Mount Etna eruption live volcanic blast which sent tourists fleeing was most powerful in 4 years. Tours are returning to the slopes of Mount Etna after its largest eruption in 4 years sent tourists fleeing from a vast column of gas and ash on Monday. After footage of the dramatic eruption circulated online, showing tourists sprinting down the volcano as black ash spewed several kilometers into the sky, Italian geological authorities were quick to quell fears that tourists and residents were under any danger. Etna has erupted more than a dozen times already this year, including in February, when thousands of tourists flocked towards the volcano to witness the spectacle. Monday's eruption began at around 3:50 a.m. local time, following volcanic tremors which began around midnight local time. Such intense volcanic activity had not been recorded since February 2021, said Stefano Branca, director of the Etna Observatory in Italy's National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology. The agency said the volcano was experiencing strong strombolian explosions, a type of eruption of growing intensity. The main concern in the days following the eruption is air traffic disruption, said Dr. Stuart Black, geological expert at the University of Reading. Commercial aircraft typically fly at similar altitudes as where the volcanic material is reaching, so persistent activity could force flight rerouting in the region, he said. Eruptions at Etna won't subside following yesterday's huge eruption caused tourists to flee down the slopes, volcano expert Giuseppe Salerno has said. Mr. Salerno, head of volcanology at Italy's National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology, said, "Etna is always erupting, so we cannot expect that these will stop. The last eruption was on 12 May. The eruption that happened yesterday is within a sequence that started in the middle of March, but before that there was another eruption that lasted from February to March and then again in December." He added that environmental authorities are not monitoring a big uprise in fresh magma. The cloud of ash and gas which dramatically spewed from Mount Etna on Monday is not life-threatening, an expert has told The Independent. Pyroclastic flows, dense mixes of gas, ash and volcanic particles are very dangerous because of the high speed in which they move and the high temperature, explains Dr. Carmen Solana, Associate Professor of Volcanology at the University of Portsmouth. Of course, inhaling the particles can be harming too, especially if hot. However, the ash and gas from Etna is in general a nuisance, but not life-threatening, Dr. Solana said. Etna's eruptions are typically less intense, but the events of today are not unheard of, she added.